Hi students, welcome to Module 6. I guess we've been here a while, so I apologize for getting this video out to you a little bit late. The day that I usually record these videos, I had 4 inches of water in my basement, and that was really not so fun. So I'm sorry that this might be finding you a little later in the week. Alright, a couple things about the case study this week. I just wanted to point out some highlights here. So this question here, what possible other medical conditions could Barbara be suffering from? Sometimes students get hung up on that and they maybe spend a little too much time thinking about it or researching. I just want to know at this point in the case study, what do you think? Right, and then be sure to back that up with some references. But at part 2, with the information you have at that point, what do you think it could be at that point? Then moving ahead, when we get to part 4, there are some tests that are mentioned here, an ECG and creatine phosphokinase. If you don't know what those are, I'm not surprised, right? Those are some very specific tests. But I do need you to figure it out. So find something online, find something in your textbook that's going to help you figure out what those tests mean. And if you haven't figured it out yet, make sure you spend some time researching that. It'll help you to answer the rest of that question. All right, another thing with number 2, these little boxes, for some reason in some displays they don't show up correctly. That should say PO2 and PCO2. It's talking about the partial pressure of oxygen, so O2, and carbon dioxide, CO2. So don't be thrown off by that if it doesn't display correctly like mine here. Okay, part 5. We're talking about Muffy the cat, and I'm sure you're thinking, why am I talking about a cat? This is human anatomy and human physiology. What we're really looking for here is what is the mechanism of action for warfarin, right? What does warfarin do to blood? And that could be in humans or animals. And then what is it about rat poison that affects the blood in Muffy? Okay, what would the vet's treatment be? I'm not looking for a treatment plan. I'm just looking for one specific thing that's typically administered here that will counteract what warfarin does to the blood. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier. All right, and then let's go down to the second part, talking about the snack and energy bars. For number 2, we are looking at cholesterol, and there's many ways you can answer this question, but let's focus on the middle one. What food products don't have cholesterol? Think generally here. I'm not looking for a list of like nuts, beans, blah, blah, blah. What generally doesn't include cholesterol? In other words, you could say, where does cholesterol come from? And if you can answer that question, now you know where it doesn't come from. Okay, I hope I didn't make that more confusing. Sorry about that. And lastly, for number 4, there is no right answer, right? What do you think is the healthiest? Well, that depends on what you want to focus on, or what the person who is eating this bar is focusing on. What do they want to do? Do they want to gain weight, lose weight, gain muscle mass, lose muscle mass? There's no healthiest bar, so it's really up to you. It's your choice, but you do have to defend why you're saying that. So when you do make your choice, make sure that you are saying why, and if you're not saying why, you won't receive the full 2 points on that question. All right, last thought for today, APA. If you haven't used APA citation yet, you've been losing points. Don't make that a habit. Let's get rid of it right now. So APA, there it is, highlighted in red. Use APA citations. If you're still confused about that, we have tons of resources, and I'm happy to point you in the right direction. So get that done this week, and for those of you who have already completed the case study, feel free to go back and make any changes that you need to and resubmit a second submission. So if anything that I said today applies to you and you already made that submission, just do a quick update and submit it again before Sunday, and we will have, I'll grade your most recent submission. Alright guys, I hope you're enjoying the wonderful weather here in Minnesota, if that's where you are. And if that's not the case, I hope you're having a beautiful sunshine just like we are here. I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.